So it's 3 LA here in LA, and I just got back from a BJ Chicago Kid um, uh, album release party or listening party. Excuse me, album's pretty good. But when I was in the car driving home, I listened to the Chris Rock monologue, and I'm just flat out disgusted with this man. And the reason why I say I'm disgusted with him is because you can't serve two masters. You can't do the first 7 minutes of a monologue disrespecting black people and then say we need black actors. For example, uh, he says we need to make black categories. They didn't separate white women, men from women. The Jada Pickett line. It's just too much over the top. He was defending the Oscars for 7 minutes, and then on the flip side, asked them for diversity. Get the fuck out of here, man. If you don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. And Chris Rock was up there just cooning, I believe. Do we need more diversity? And you have to stand for what it is. I use myself as an example. Uh, I've been offered countless jobs to do media. When I say countless, I mean countless. Um, just so you guys don't know, man, this is not the medium for me to discuss. I want to stay on topic, but I'm well accomplished as a writer. And I just don't think that Chris Rock did any good. He was just the entertainment. Someone told me actually it was in the barbershop barbershop conversations. We were having just a group conversation, and I told him that. Well, he said we're the entertainment of the business capital of the world, which is Los Angeles or California or Hollywood. And tonight was a great example of that. If you notice in the first 5 to 10 shots, they showed all black people. Oh, we get along, we love you, but we ain't gonna hire your ass. And they show you every day that you ain't shit, you ain't about shit, you never will be shit. And that's just the reality. If you want small examples, microcosms of this, look at that white kid from Duke who tripped that kid twice, gets no games. The black kid trips the referee purposely. Both instances purposeful. He gets a 2 game suspension. Grayson from Duke don't get a suspension. And no need to put comments about I'm anti-white. No, being pro-black does not make you anti-white. I graduated with, I have a core group of friends. 6 of them, 5 of them are black, 1 of them is white. I don't even know why I'm fucking defending myself. I'm not even going to defend them. I'm just not racist, but I'm saying this. You have to stand for something. And if Chris Rock wanted to leave a legacy, he didn't do a good job of it tonight. I can't see disrespecting Jada Pickett to make a point. They have rights. And keep in mind, before Martin Luther King died, he was more Malcolm X, Louis Farrakhan, more so than he was the Malcolm X of 1963, I Have a Dream speech. That wasn't him when he was assassinated in 1968. He was like, let's ride out, let's go, because it's justice or else. And if you look at the transcripts of Malcolm X in Memphis later on, uh, the, he was there for if I'm not mistaken, he was there for the Trashman, I believe. And if you look at the transcripts of the last year of his life, you can see him transforming into more of a Malcolm X. If you look at Muhammad Gandhi, if you look at Muhammad Gandhi transcripts and or quotes, he hated Africans. He did not want to integrate Indians with Africans. Please go ahead. There's so many countless examples, and it's sad that blacks get ridiculed for saying I love being black. I love being black is not a synonym for I hate white people. Let's not get that misconstrued. You have to stand up for something. And I just vehemently believe Chris Rock we didn't move forward. He just was the entertainment of the night. It was just a whole bunch of bullshit, and you got and if you notice, listen to the crowd when they say this is the for 71 years there hasn't been a black guy nominated. So why the fuck are you there tonight? And two, did you hear the applause when he says this is the 88th Oscars? Round of applause. Everyone cheered. Everyone was happy. But when he said we just want the same opportunity as you, 25% of the people clapped in comparison to the 100% that clapped equivocally when they said the 88th Oscars. Now here's the point I want to make, and I was having this conversation with someone today. You must stand up for what you believe in. You cannot waver in what you believe in. Period. End of discussion. The sacrifices I make for my son, like, I'll just use concrete examples. I want my son to be an independent thinker. And the only way really to be an independent thinker in this society we live in is to have financial freedom. Period. End of discussion. Where you're not codependent upon a check from someone. And so I'll give an example of what I did. I invested in a property for my son. Right? My son is almost 2 years old. My son gets a check every single month from that property. By the time my son is 18, he will be worth over $1 million. Just plain and simple. And I said that to let you believe, one, and to substantiate my point. In order to have freedom, in order to not be codependent, you must have financial freedom. And that's just the end, the be all. And the reason why Chris Rock stood on that stage and berated every black person that stood up for the first 7 minutes of his monologue is because a white Jewish man is writing his check. Without a shadow of a doubt. Jewish men run Hollywood. I've been all through Hollywood. I'm an independent filmmaker, so I don't want to hear the racist statements. I've been in meetings I was in NBC yesterday. I was at NBC last Wednesday or Tuesday, and they tried to lowball me for the Floyd Mayweather film, Floyd Mayweather project. And I refuse to listen to him. I believe it's worth more. So I'm speaking from experience, not from he say, she say. So we have so many examples. Like, I'll give an example. Why is Christopher Columbus a hero in America? Why is South America? I'm just giving you guys an example. You know that map that's in every classroom in America? Why is South America smaller than Greenland? South America is 7 to 8 times bigger than Greenland. Why is Greenland bigger than Africa? Greenland cannot be bigger than a continent. Greenland is not a continent. The 7 largest land masses on God's green earth are the 7 continents. How can a country be bigger than a continent? That's impossible. If Greenland was bigger than another continent, it would be the 8th continent. But it's just systemic racism and brainwashing. And I'm glad this is my channel. I can say what I want and believe what I want. My perspective and or vernacular does not make me hate white people. I don't have to justify me saying I love white people to express how I feel. I'm vehemently and adamantly. I'm proud of being a black man. I'm proud that everything that I've done in the last 8 years I've owned, and I have so much pride in that. And Chris Rock just spewing all that dumb shit. It was just dumb shit. We call that cooning where I'm from. You can't do both. You either got to hold your fists up like those 2 men in the 1960s, Carlos. In the 1968 Olympics, you got to hold your fists up with them gloves. Or you got to appease the Jewish man that's signing your check. And that's just the God honest truth. They don't need you. They proved it. I know I'm ranting, but this is just how I personally feel. I am so disgusted. I'm gonna do a part 2 on this tomorrow. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I was driving home listening to listening to Chris Rock, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is terrible. He's trying to serve two masters. Even the Bible said, even God and Jesus Christ said, you either for me or against me if you believe in God. You can't, there's no such thing as two gods in your life. You either Jewish, you either Catholic, you either Buddhist, Muslim, whatever the case may be. You know, uh, I listen. I I have my problems with the Bible just because the world continuously evolves. You know, and how can I hate a gay man and I don't hate the guy that robbed me when I was 13 when I was walking to school? You see what I'm saying? If there's no big sin and little sins, you get what I'm saying? The neighborhood guy who used to rob the 19-year-old boy who used to in my neighborhood who used to rob the 13-year-old middle school kids that's going to 7th and 8th grade. You get what I'm saying? So just I and you got to stand for something. Create your own. I'm an independent filmmaker, author obviously, and you can literally do it. And I'm just being honest with you. Um, I have a beautiful family. My cars are pretty similar to the cars Floyd Mayweather drive. Um, I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just telling the God honest truth. If you believe in something, you can be it. And that's just the bottom line. And it just bothers me that this man is justifying why black people are saying, I don't want to go to the Oscars. You can't justify that. Now, for those 10 minutes that he spoke, he became the president of Black America. It just makes no sense. And I'm going to do a part 2 in the morning after I debrief. This is just an emotional response. I'll probably have more clarity in the morning or whatever the case may be. But I just think Chris Rock was just cooning up there. Of course the jokes are funny. Why wouldn't they be funny? They're jokes. But when you internalize the jokes, it's like, what was his purpose up there tonight? At the end of the day, this is a great way to leave this video. What was Chris Rock's purpose tonight? Was it to fight for black people? Or was it to fight for the 88th Oscars? I may have said Grammys earlier in this thing, I'm not sure. But what was his purpose? You can't have two purposes. If you make $5,000 a week and $5,000 a month and you're trying to buy a property to elevate your family, to elevate your lifestyle, you can't go spend $2,500 on a brand new car. You got to allocate all your funds and your resources to that house. You can't serve two masters in this world. You either got to fight for black rights or you got to fight for the 88th Grammys. And tonight, Chris Rock fought for the 88th Grammys. And that's just the end of be all. We call that cooning where I'm from. Disregard the humor. What was Chris Rock's purpose? He wanted that fucking check. He said the only people that was boycotting were people that was the black people that were unemployed. So you either was ignorant or unemployed. And the reason why I say that is because of what he said about Jada Pinkett. You either an ignorant black person for boycotting, or you're jealous or angry because you're unemployed. You don't have a job right now. Chris Rock, you're cooning. And please tweet this to Chris Rock. It makes no sense, and they're going to be all over him tomorrow, I'm sure. But I'm going to bed, and BJ Chicago Kid has a good album. Not a great album. It's a good album. Not much range, but where he's at, the music sounds really good. So Barbershop Conversations, I appreciate you guys' support. Chris Rock is cooning, and I'm going to do a part 2 on this in the morning, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.